cracking, guys? Omar Isaf here, back with another video. In this video today, this title is honestly not clickbait. I'm going to talk about how some people, cardio is not a good idea for their weight loss, and I'm going to qualify that. Before I go on, in case you're new here, I'm a huge advocate in general of conditioning exercise, cardiovascular work when it comes to health, the long-term benefits, just in general when it comes to your training, building up that aerobic capacity. So I'm honestly in the supportive side. I think that if your goal is weight loss, if your goal is trying to build muscle, performance, whatever, long-term health, playing with your damn kids, I think cardio is a great idea. And again, I had my boy Alan Thrall made a great video on conditioning, extolling some of the virtues of doing conditioning work. Now, with that being said, we're going to take a look at the research, and in particular, something called the compensatory effect, which means how many calories you eat as a result of that extra exercise you do. And for some people, it has a negative effect doing cardio. Let's break this down. Link is going to be in the description. Bret Contreras, phenomenal article detailing how cardio increases your appetite, but to what extent. And once again, it depends upon the individual. In particular, the study that was looked at had people perform, I believe it was 50 minutes of low intensity steady state cardio, so they're on a treadmill at 50% of their heart rate max. So just kind of walking or maybe doing a light jog for 50 minutes, and then they would measure afterwards how hungry they got and how many calories they consumed. In general, what would happen for most people, why cardio is a solid idea, you burn like 400 calories, but your appetite proportionally doesn't increase by 400 calories. You don't want to eat 400 more calories. It might make you eat 100 calories more, 200 calories more, but it doesn't really jack up those hungry hormones, so leptin and ghrelin and a few others. So it doesn't have that negative effect overall where it just makes you super hungry by doing this cardio, and so you can't adhere to your diet. Okay, so that's most people, but if you take a look at the chart, there was a good portion of individuals when they did that 50 minutes of exercise, what ended up happening is they burned the 400 or 500 calories, but then they went ahead and ate even more calories. So doing that extra cardiovascular work made them a hell of a lot hungrier, and as a result, they ate even more food than they would have. Keep in mind, when it comes to weight loss, it's not just calories in, calories out, but to a large extent, for what we're talking about, it is. And so what that means, doing this extra work, this extra physical activity caused an increase in their hungry hormones to such a large extent that they ate more food than they should have. And I know what you guys are thinking, well, what about willpower? Like, come on, man. Like, these guys, they just got hungry. Who doesn't get hungry? And their willpower failed. Okay. Once again, to some extent, but if you want to be successful when it comes to weight loss, it's all about adhering to your diet and trying to make it as easy as possible. If you're doing something or you're adding something, more cardiovascular work, and it's kind of just making you really, really hungry, which makes you test your willpower constantly to try and resist that food, and instead you could just, eat less calories in order to lose weight, you probably want to choose that option and eat less calories. The second thing I want to talk about, however, is something called NEAT, cardio's effect on NEAT, which NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So basically, anything outside of exercise, sleeping, or eating when it comes to your body, so kind of just fidgeting, walking, moving around, how many calories you burn. If you do cardiovascular work and it kind of just makes you so tired that your NEAT, basically how much extra work you do outside of the gym, just that walking, talking, moving, how active you are, how much energy you have. If it decreases it so much so that you just feel pooped afterwards, you don't want to do anything, it can also decrease your NEAT. And NEAT, once again, is another way you burn calories. In fact, when people kind of make that label of ectomorphs, where they say, oh, like, this guy's an ectomorph, when they studied those people, they're kind of just more fidgety, which means they're moving around more throughout the day. They'll stand rather than sit, and so they burn several hundred additional calories just by being a little bit more active, moving around a little bit more. But when we take a look at the effect of cardiovascular work on NEAT, some people, once again, they get so damn tired, high intensity interval training, that their NEAT goes down. So they might burn more calories doing the cardio, right? So doing that sprinting, but then for the rest of the day, they're so tired, their overall NEAT goes down. So net effect, they might burn less calories in the day. So it's not just a question of, man, do more. Like, do it. Like, you want to lose weight? Just work really hard. Yes, but you want to work intelligently. If, once again, your cardiovascular work that you added, the extra work that you added is having a negative effect. So it's forcing you to be less active outside of the gym, outside of sprinting. You just feel more tired overall, and increases the hungry hormones. It just increases your appetite. That compensatory effect is quite large. Then it might not be right for you when it comes to weight loss. And there's different phases, there's stages. when it comes to weight loss, it's not absolutely necessary, definitely at the start. Some people can get by not doing any sort of cardiovascular work, and that's why I kind of mentioned that NEPA, non-exercise physical activity. Cardio has a specific aim, right? You go in 30 minutes, you go hard, and then you go home. Okay, but that non-exercise physical activity has less of an effect on your appetite. And when I say non-exercise physical activity, I am talking about things like walking. Walking, people get it twisted because I think they picture Rocky in their head. They want to work really hard. They want to be sweating like crazy to get that fact, like, oh man, I worked hard, to be proud of themselves. But walking, once again, if you just walk a few miles every single day, you'll burn several hundred more calories. And once again, when we talk about caloric intake versus expenditure, why doing this walking is very beneficial, it doesn't increase that appetite. See, cardio is a little bit more active, right? It's a little bit more strenuous, your heart rate is elevated, so you get hungrier. And some people, they just can't say no, therefore, to that donut. So it's not just black and white, like everybody should be doing cardio. I think most people should. I think some people, however, if they're struggling with weight loss and their appetite's just kind of all out of order and they're just doing a lot of cardio and then they find that they binge at night, might want to reduce that a little bit, might want to increase actually that NEPA or NEAT, just the overall fidgeting, standing, walking, moving that you do outside of the gym, and see the effect that it has on your body, and then make sure you adhere to the macros that you're following. Guys, that is the video. There is an in-depth article, link is going to be in the description. Like I said, I kind of want to provide the objective evidence when it comes to training, when it comes to lifting, when it comes to nutrition. We can make good general rules. I think cardio is amazing. I do it. I find it very beneficial. For me, it suppresses my appetite, and for a good portion of people, but not everyone. And there lies the detail. The devil is in the details. Anyways, guys, that is the video. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the damn video, make sure to like the damn video. If you're in a fat loss phase and you want to keep or maintain, perhaps even increase your strength, check out our new fat loss program at kaizentraining.com. Link will also be in the description. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.